Were there creative challenges in working with different crews on different continents?
Yes.
I mean, continuity and...
Yes.
and
There were certain people that had to be in both places to keep continuity because we knew the storyline.
right.
Costumes, makeup and hair to a small degree, and then the art direction. We had the same art director in both places.
Okay.
And that allowed us to keep the look the same, to make sure we matched. Continuity photos, logging of everything, and then also we had dailies of everything that we did, so we could reference stuff. But once you're out there in the middle of nowhere in England, we were a 2-hour train ride and then a 5-hour drive or something like that. So we were
Oh.
near nothing. And, it's like being in the middle of Iowa, you're not near Hollywood. Yes, you're in the United States. Yes, Britain's a major country, but nowhere near. The Hawaiian side everybody was wonderful once we got going because we were making a story about Hawaii, so everybody wanted to help. And I still run into people today that were on that show that I may or may not remember that was a driver for one day, whatever, and they're like, that was great, you were awesome. It was so much fun. When you went to England, it's a different crew structure. Over there, for example, you don't have a grip and electric crew. You have one grip, who's a dolly grip, and everybody else is a Sparks or an electric. So it functions differently. The way they do their meals is slightly different. There's functional stuff like that's different, but the crews are wonderful. They make pretty big movies over there. And art direction-wise, we were shooting in another building, this place called Holcomb Hall, where they also shot The Princess, I think it was.
Okay.
And so it was pre-dressed. There were amazing pictures all over the place. Rembrandt's. The walls were covered with artwork. I'm like, you're letting a film crew in here?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And they're like, this is nothing. We're England, you Yanks. So there was that. We had some. It was mostly small bits. The key was picking the right locations. So the production designer had gone over there with the director and picked this spot, which made it possible. The crews were wonderful. Everybody jumped on board. The Hawaiian crew, I have nothing but praise on those guys. Everybody was great. There was difficulties because you're doing a period piece in the middle of a modern tourist city.
Right.
Oahu is not exactly ready to have horse carriages going through the street and people dressed like that, but we did. We had a scene where we had to do the taking with the battle of it, and there were gates that had to be dealt with because the entrances to the palace are slightly different, and it's not like you can redress entire swaths of streets. They didn't have the budget for that, and digitally they didn't want to do that either. So there were some big cheats we had to do, and the art department was key. Yeah, that was fun.
That's definitely exciting. I also wanted to ask you about what it's like for you to, a little bit different subject, work with children on the set. What is your role in working with the kids?
Well,
are there different, like under 12 or over 12? Like
yes.
Different restrictions?
Yes, and yes. I really like working with kids if the kids are disciplined about what they do. The hard part is you've got a child, and you're asking a child to be a professional in that their performance is surrounded by 80 adults all trying to do work. So they're just trying to be a kid who happens to be acting. So I have to balance fun and a kid-friendly work world with the reality that back in there, kid. Yeah, whatever, back in there. And I've worked with some interesting situations where there's been stress on these guys, and I really have to go out of my, you not, poor pitiful me. You have to go out of your way to make it fun. It's good. The crew knows it. The crew knows that you're being good to the kids, so they help you out. And the kids will deliver when it's time. Now, I don't help them with their acting, but I do, because that's the director's job. But there's a dialogue coach that's usually on set, and I work with them as well to help them get it on take 1 or take 2 or take 3. When you get to take 4 with a kid, you start to get diminishing returns. What happens is they're wondering, what am I doing wrong? They get mental. Just like anybody would. Well, what am I doing wrong? What happened? So I want to make it fun, but I also have to make it safe. There's cables, there's equipment, there's stuff moving, there's people being adults moving pokey bits, and they just want to run around and be kids. So my job is to sort of put them in a bubble, keep them in that bubble, and then get them offset, and then bring them back in, and then bring them out again. And do it in such a way that they can give a performance, and then everybody can be happy with. Because it doesn't do anybody any good to see a child actor on take 10. Trust me. Maybe on a big movie, maybe they've got the time for that, but in TV, it's not going to happen.